ahead and read on.
For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
Go ahead.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
Go ahead.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with their foolish nation.
Now skip down to verse 26. Go ahead and read.
I said I would scatter them in corners.
Now he said because of what they have done, they have served these newly come up guys and all that. He said I'm going to scatter them into the corners. Go ahead and read on.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
And I'm going to make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Now who associates you with Israel today? Nobody. And if you tell somebody you Israel, they're going to tell you something wrong with you.
Yes, sir.
But yet all of the evidence say you are, right?
That's right.
But the Lord said, I'm going to scatter them among them. In case you think that this was some Old Testament stuff, you better go and read Luke chapter 21, where Jesus said Israel would be scattered among all nations until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we still waiting on that. So now Israel is scattered, and the remembrance of them have ceased from among nations. Let's go now to Deuteronomy chapter 28, and we'll pick it up at verse 63. Deuteronomy 28, and we'll pick it up at verse 63. You really want to see Israel? Read this 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. When you come up out of here, if you ain't figured out who Israel is then, shame on you. Because all these things that the Lord said would happen to Israel, guess who they happened to? You. The evidence says that you are this people, Israel. That's what the evidence says. You understand what I'm saying? The description that the Lord didn't say you black people in America is Israel. He gave a description of Israel, and nobody fits the description but you. So now, this is the thing, because he told you, you don't serve these pagan gods. I'm going to scatter you among the nations, and this is what you will do when you be scattered among the nations. Go ahead and read. Start reading at verse 63. Go ahead and read.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Now Israel was about to go in and possess the promised land here, which was the land of Canaan. Now he said, it shall come to pass as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good, so the Lord shall rejoice over you and you to do you evil, and you shall be taken from off the land that you go to possess. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Now he's saying the Lord will scatter you among all people. Go ahead and read on.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
He said, see what the Lord said you're going to do when you be scattered? You're going to serve other gods, even gods that that neither you nor your fathers have known. So now when you be scattered among all these nations, he said you will serve other gods. And that is what Israel is doing. And we're going to look at some of these guys here. You sit back for a minute. You got to read a little history. I know you don't like it. Sure, because that's what you're doing. You're serving other gods. You was dealing with the stuff. Lord said you're going to serve other gods. That's what he meant then, right?
Yes, sir.
God said you were going to serve. I didn't say you were going to serve. God said you were going to serve, right? So now if you're going to serve other gods, that means when you be scattered, you're going to serve other gods.
That's right.
Now, but we don't do it here. See, we believe we good Christian people here. Are you? You dealing with a Christianity, but you're going to find out you are dealing with some other God. You ain't dealing with the Christianity of the Bible here. We're going to start with the one that's coming up next week. Start reading right there and read everything that is in reading. Take your time. We got time. It's a while before the Sabbath. So go ahead and read.
Halloween.
Halloween. Oh, you said, Halloween now. No, man. Yeah, Halloween. You didn't know you dealing with some pagan deities when you deal with that stuff, did you? Go ahead and tell you about its origins. Go ahead and read.
Halloween is a festival celebrated on October 31st. Its name means hallowed or holy evening because it takes place.
Oh, its name means what kind of evening? Hallowed or holy evening. That's what hallowed. see, this is what happened when you don't go back and do some research and find out, you just do something. That's what I was talking about earlier, serving the unknown gods. You understand what I'm saying? You just doing something. It was some tradition that was passed on to you. It was good enough for mama. It was good enough for grandmama. So it must be right. That's right. Like I had a guy to tell me once that I was working with, I was telling him about the Sabbath day, the seventh day, and that's the day you're supposed to be keeping, and all them high days. And you know what he told me? All these people can't be wrong. I said, well, the Bible said the devil deceived the whole world. Right. So don't tell me they can't be wrong. Go ahead and deal with this Halloween thing here. Go ahead.
Because it takes place the day before All Saints' Day.
Go ahead.
Many superstitions and symbols are connected with Halloween.
Uh-huh.
The Irish have a tale about the origin of jack-o'-lanterns. Uh-huh. They say that a man named Jack was unable to enter heaven because of his miserylessness.
Uh-huh. Wait a minute. This jack-o'-lantern stuff had to do something with man going to heaven, you mean? Go ahead and read on.
He could not enter hell because he had played practical jokes on the devil.
So now that's when you send your children out trick-or-treating, right? They're going to pray, either give us a treat or do us a trick. So you see where this stuff came from. Go ahead and read some more.
So he had to walk the earth with his lantern until Judgment Day.
So now he had to walk. I guess he's still walking. So we still waiting on the Judgment Day, huh?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and read some more.
The Druids, an order of priests in ancient Gaul and Britain.
Order what? Order of priests?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Believed that on Halloween, ghosts, spirits, fairies, witches, and elves came out to harm people.
Uh-huh.
They thought the cat was sacred and believed that cats had once been human beings.
Wait, this is why you have the witches and that's why you have the jack-o'-lantern thing with the little black cat up there. Yeah. Go ahead and read on.
But were changed as a punishment for evil deeds.
Uh-huh.
From these Druid beliefs came the present-day use of witches, ghosts, and cats in Halloween festivities.
So you see what you got your children doing then, don't you? Go ahead and read some more. There's some more there, I'm sure.
In the 700s, the Roman Catholic Church named November...
What kind of who church?
Roman Catholic.
Oh, the Roman Catholic Church, huh? Go ahead and read.
Named November 1st as All Saints' Day.
Uh-huh.
The old pagan customs and the Christian feast day were combined into the Halloween festival.
The old Christian festival, something that was set up by the Roman Catholic Church. Well, let's go and read a little something else here about the Halloween here. This time we're going to read it from Funk and Wagner's Encyclopedia, Volume 12. And I just want you to start right there and just read down to the end. Go ahead and read.
The observances connected with Halloween are believed to have originated among ancient Druids who believed that on that evening, Samhain, the Lord of the Dead, called forth hosts of evil spirits.
You dealing with an evil spirit. You know the thing God said don't do? He had that in the commandments, didn't he?
Right.
Don't deal with anybody that's supposed to be dealing with familiar spirit. In fact, the Lord was so adamant against it. The people that dealt with it, he had them killed. And if you dealt with the people that dealt with it, they had you killed too. But you can't figure out why you in trouble. But now, you're doing this, and instead of teaching your sons what God said teaching them, you are teaching them this. Because the Lord gave the commandment, didn't he? And he said, teach them to your sons and to your sons, didn't he? But no, you ain't going to do that. You're going to teach them this. To deal with evil spirits. And ghosts and goblins and witches and all the stuff that God said don't do.
That's right.
Go ahead and read on.
The Druids customarily lit great fires on Halloween. Apparently,